OK, I'm going to pause it there because we've got some reaction from Marseille. The scorer of the second goal, Jeremie Frimpong, is with Mark Benstead. He's got the biggest smile in the dressing room, hasn't he? I mean, he is a real character that is enjoyable to go into training every day with Mels.
He looks great, yeah, absolutely. Doesn't even get an assist for the goal, does he? Because as he's crossed it goes down as an own goal. Did brilliant for the goal because it's an important moment in the game. And I also have to. Moment, yeah. I don't often give the referees credit, and to be honest, the referee gave a lot of soft decisions tonight. I just thought he might have given that soft. It wasn't a foul, but do you know when the defender throws himself on the floor, you're thinking, don't give that as a free kick, and thankfully he didn't, because what he gives you in the final third is that explosiveness. I mean, as a fullback, how can they just couldn't live with him? So he did brilliant for the goal there, and he also liked the fact he could combine well with Salah today, because that question would have been asked a lot. Can you both play together? And tonight they answered that, yeah. He
did so well to stay on his feet, and there was a lot of strength in that goal, Jace.
Yeah, listen, he'll be trying to nick it, won't he? Has it gone down as an own goal? It's got to go down as an own goal. It's got to go down. I'm sure he's trying to nick it, but I know I would have been. But listen, he does really well. If I'm going to be critical of him, sometimes he gets in them positions and makes the wrong choice. Today he gets a little bit fortunate, he gets the ricochet, but you could see what he was trying to do. But he gets himself time and time again in them positions.
You make your own luck, don't you, in a way?
Yeah, you do. And you know, you just keep getting in them positions, you just keep doing it, you keep doing it, and you'll get rewarded in the end. Yeah, this right-hand side now, listen, it was always going to be a conundrum once Conor Bradley was, you know, obviously he's out till the end of the season, isn't he? And, you know, there's no real ideal replacement apart from Jeremie Frimpong. He'd done so well ahead of that position, meaning at the right-hand side. But now Mo Salah's come back, he's going to have to play right back. So it'll be nice to see these, you know, sort of forge a relationship now. The two of them, you know, they haven't got a history of being injured. I know he's been injured this season, but maybe that's getting up to speed with the Premier League. But it looks like, you know, he's got the body to stay fit. He can strike up a relationship with Mo Salah. And we can sort of nail down this right-hand side. It's been a problem area for Liverpool. We've had 5 right-backs this season. It'd be nice to find some consistency.
Yeah, and because of, obviously, Jeremie's had his injury issues, and then Mo's been at AFCON, they've not really had the chance to forge that partnership, but hopefully that can come in the coming weeks, Kev.
Yeah, and the thing to bear in mind with him is that he's not a traditional fullback, in the sense that if you look at what he did at Bayer Leverkusen when he won the league and cup double there, he was a wing back, sometimes he was a right winger, sometimes he was a forward in some of the big games because Xabi Alonso wanted a pressing threat. So he's got that pace, that dynamism, but he has to learn the defensive side of it. I'm sure he will. You know, he's somebody that's massively improved under Alonso. I'm sure he'll do that under Arne Slot. But it is definitely an adaptation period for him because as a traditional fullback, he hasn't played that position a lot.
Yeah, we're going to show you his touch map in a second, but first let's have a look at the average positions. Oh, they've gone with the touch map first, other way around. Mels, there we go. What does that tell us in terms of Jeremie Frimpong's positioning?
That tells us he was in the tackle. But yeah, I mean, what Kev's saying there about him, he has the flexibility to be able to play higher up as well, but he's going to be asked questions defensively. And the average position's no surprise to see Salah is furthest up with Ekitike. But that position for Viet's number 7, that is where I love him, coming in those sort of pockets of space, and he's so hard to pick up, and he just finds space and makes things happen. That was a really good midfield for that. You know, Szoboszlai, the 3 from last year, and Viet's complemented them tonight, I thought.
It's interesting that, isn't it? The right-hand side's quite dominant there. Poor Kerkez is out on his own, isn't he?
He done well, though, didn't he?
Yeah. Oh, he done well tonight,
well, didn't he?
Yeah.
At times.
He did,
but
yeah.
The Wirtz thing's really interesting because he's got a little bit of Thomas Müller about him, in the sense that Müller was always great at just naturally knowing exactly where the space was. He would just pick up those pockets all the time. And it was just a really natural thing. You didn't see him thinking about, oh, where do I need to be? Where do I need to stand? He just knew. And so then it makes it so much easier for players to find him.
Kev, I was screaming at him to hit the ball early. Start of the second half. When Ekitike plays it into him, and that felt like a chance.
Yeah.
It obviously took too long. It ended up getting tackled.
The Rulli save at the near post is unbelievable.
It was unbelievable,
because the only place he can go is near side. It's a phenomenal save.
Brilliantly great.
OK, our fan panel have been waiting very patiently, so I think we're going to let them get a word in now. Up to Mike, first of all. Mike Reid from Opta. I think you've got a stat for us to kick us off, I believe.
Yeah, it's that obviously tonight we managed to get a 3-0 win, and that's the first time Liverpool have actually gone from 2-0 to 3-0 up in any match in all competitions since last season's League Cup final, semi-final second leg against Tottenham, which was obviously a 4-0 winning in the end after losing the first leg 1-0, and this was the 52nd game Liverpool have had since then. They've had a couple of 3-goal wins, but where Liverpool conceded first, so it was nice to see Liverpool score first and then go on and add to it. So many times this season in particular where Liverpool have been 2-0 up, and even recently against the likes of Wolves and Tottenham and Leeds United, where Liverpool have been 2-0 up and then conceded the next goal, suddenly it gets nervy, and tonight we capped it off with that Gakpo finish for 3-0. So yeah, it was from start to finish a really, really good performance. I felt Marseille in the first half only had one shot, which says a lot. I don't think there's many teams would go to the Stade Velodrome and only concede one shot in a half of football there, especially with the attacking numbers that they're showing. Second half they had more chances, the game opened up more, but Liverpool showed the quality and scored the goals from that. So yeah, pleasing from first minute to the 90th really tonight.
Okay, let's go to Sam from This Is Anfield. Sam, what pleased you the most about what you saw tonight? Because as away performances go, that ticked a lot of boxes, didn't it?
Absolutely. I think although we've drawn 4 league games in a row, I was quietly confident coming into tonight, because if you look back at our European fixtures this season, specifically the inter-away game, I feel like our football, at least over the last 12 games, this unbeaten run has actually suited almost giving the other team more of the ball. You look at when we've been frustrated, it's been at home against lesser opposition who will sit behind. Obviously, Slot's said plenty of times how the team struggles against a low block sometimes, but Roberto De Zerbi's Marseille sort of played into our hands a little bit tonight. I think we kind of started off out of possession. We were almost a 4-2-4, and Marseille had 2 wide attackers who had a lot of room, and then 2 other kind of midfielders stroke attackers, and every time the ball was played into their feet, the defenders or McAllister and Gravenberch were reading that and stepping in really well.
Okay, Matthew, you're over in Atlanta. You've watched that one. Just tell us, first of all, what you made of it, how much you enjoyed it, because I think enjoyment is a big thing and maybe hasn't been there in some of the recent performances quite as much as we saw tonight. There was a lot to like about that.
There was. And I'll say I was at the Leeds match, which was probably the least enjoyable match I've participated in with Liverpool. But today they look sharp. I like when we play with pace. Occasionally we see a ball come in and there are 3-4 players standing there in the D, seemingly all in each other's way with 1 or 2 defenders between them and the goal, and we take a shot that just caroms into space. So I like the way we were spreading the ball out. Wirtz, as was said, was remarkable today. And, when we have those threats up front with, Salah and Ekitike, I think the goals are going to come as they learn to play with each other. And the problem is we can't get them all on the pitch at the same time.